talk about strategies to invite guests to Trustegrity. So this is Brent Matthews. Brent, what are a couple of things that you share with people on the phone when you call to invite someone to a meeting?
The first thing, thanks Stan for asking, I appreciate that, would be the power of two to influence a third. And what I mean by that is that when you get on the phone with a potential prospect for Trustegrity, you want to have a name for someone who's referred you and to build and foster that relationship. The first thing that I would say is very important. Dan Rawls has suggested that you're a business influencer in the community. He speaks very highly of you, and we would love to speak further about what we can do to help one another. As you go in with a name behind you, those two people, being yourself as well as the person who referred you to the prospect, that will have a great influence on a third person. Another thing that I would say is this phrase, my inner business circle, and needing to have them a part of that. Instead of telling someone that you're trying to sell them something, saying, we would love to have you meet my inner business circle, the people that I know, I trust, that I do business with on a regular basis, that I've learned from, people who have mentored me. We would love for you to be a part of that we've created for you. So those are some quick tips that have been very helpful for me when I'm on the phone with a prospect, inviting them to come and join with.
So another thing is the length of time in business, that these are seasoned professionals about who you will find at a Trustegrity meeting and who you won't find. It's how long people have been in business, a minimum of 5 years, our average member 15 years. Also that it's really your Delta Comfort Plus first class type passenger versus the coach class. And the other thing that I share is that people, when you're a guest, you actively participate in our meeting. So you're in participation mode. You're not in presentation mode.
Correct.
That you get to participate in the meeting, in the agenda, in the discussion. And people see value in that. They really appreciate the fact that they can come to a meeting and everything's confidential, but they can really just let their hair down and be themselves.
I agree, and I think that's a valid point, that people have all these years of experience. Our average member has over 15 years of experience in Trustegrity, and what we find is a room filled with knowledge and wisdom of people who have solved business challenges, who have been presented with different issues, and they've resolved those. They've come out on the other side of those, and as part of the Mastermind group and that component to the agenda, we're able to discuss and receive insight into how to solve those business challenges. It's a huge part of that business component is learning from your comrades who have been in battle, who have done it perhaps longer than you have. In some cases, in many cases, these people have been doing and been in business twice as long, 3 times as long as I have. And I love that ability to ask questions, to learn and to glean from and receive business insights and nuggets of wisdom from them.
So participate in the knowledge sharing and come as our guest. That would be our tips for you to invite.